What did your mom say to you during pregnancy that you'll never forgive? It all started when I found out I was pregnant and the doctor told me I had a high-risk pregnancy that needed weekly medical treatments. My boyfriend had just left me and I was terrified about doing this alone. My mom came over the day after my diagnosis and we had this whole emotional dinner. She actually started crying, which was weird because my mom never cried. She grabbed my hand across the table and said, "I'll always be there for you, honey. You sacrificed your teenage years helping me raise your siblings when I was a single mom." She went on about how I missed prom to watch my little brother and sister while she worked 3 jobs, how I quit basketball to be home after school. Then she said something that shocked me. She looked me in the eyes and said, "I know I used to tell you to stop being dramatic when you were upset. I had real problems and I dismissed yours. That was wrong." My mom pulled me into this tight hug and whispered, "I won't be like my mother was to me when you were born. She never helped at all. I'll be the support I never gave you." For the first 2 months, she was amazing. She drove me to every single appointment and stayed with me during the painful treatments. She brought groceries and cleaned my apartment when I was too sick to move. She posted all over Facebook about supporting her pregnant daughter. She even told my sister during Sunday dinner how proud she was of me for handling everything so well. I started to relax and trust her. I felt like I finally had the mom I always wanted. Then she met her new boyfriend at her book club. Suddenly she was like a teenager with her first boyfriend. She started gushing about how she deserved to be happy after sacrificing so much. Her book club meetings mysteriously moved to the exact times as my treatments. Her house became not childproof because her boyfriend didn't like baby stuff around. The worst part came during a really painful treatment session. I was sobbing from the pain and she just sighed and said, "You're being so dramatic again." It felt like a punch to the gut. That same day she called my sister just to chat about her day like nothing happened. Then came my surgery week. She had forgotten about a cruise she booked months ago and couldn't cancel it. I was devastated and scared about going through surgery alone. But here's what killed me. That exact same week she canceled her cruise plans when my sister called needing a babysitter for her Vegas trip. Suddenly mom could change her plans. She watched my sister's 2 kids for 5 days while I went through surgery by myself. Everything fell apart when I had to be rushed to the hospital later that month. I called my mom begging for help and she was at her boyfriend's beach house. She texted me, "I did it alone with 3 kids and no help. Stop being so weak. You only have 1." I missed 3 treatments that month and got really sick. My elderly neighbor, who always smelled like cinnamon and baked cookies every Sunday, saw me struggling to get groceries while carrying my pregnancy belly. She started helping without me even asking. My boss, who was also raised by a single mom, let me work from home when I needed to. My college roommate moved back to town and promised to help once the baby arrived. The moment that broke me happened when I was 8 months pregnant. My mom found me passed out on my kitchen floor from exhaustion. I remember looking up at her through my tears. She stood there with her car keys in her hand, and I thought finally she would help. Then her phone buzzed with a text from her boyfriend, and she walked out without saying a word. But you know what? I did it anyway. I gave birth to my beautiful daughter with just the nurses holding my hand. My neighbor brought me home from the hospital, and my roommate had stocked my fridge. I figured out breastfeeding and sleepless nights and doctor appointments all on my own, just like I figured out everything else. My mom showed up when my daughter was 2 weeks old. She burst through my door with her phone out, taking pictures and posting, "Meeting my grandbaby" on Facebook. She held my daughter for 5 minutes while taking selfies. She told me, "I prepared you for motherhood and taught you independence." The worst part was when she posted a photo of her holding my baby with the caption, "Been here since day 1, so blessed to be grandma." She kept talking while I changed my daughter's diaper. "You were always so dramatic about needing help. I raised 3 kids alone." Then she compared me to my sister like she always did. "Your sister never complains and she has 2 kids. She just handles things." After an hour, she kissed my forehead and said, "I have to run, sweetie. Meeting the girls for brunch." She left and didn't visit again for months. Fast forward to my daughter's first birthday. My mom called me sobbing. She needed knee surgery and her boyfriend had left her for someone younger. She expected me to move in and take care of her. "You took care of me growing up. Family helps family," she cried. I was bouncing my 1-year-old while she guilt-tripped me. I told her, "Stop being dramatic, Mom. It's just surgery." I explained I couldn't help because of work. I had my own life now and couldn't drop everything like she expected. My sister was suddenly too busy with her kids to help, even though Mom had always been there for her. My mom had to pay for an expensive home health aid with credit cards. She called me crying about the cost and how unfair it was that neither of her daughters would help. The last time we talked, she bitterly mentioned hearing that I spent 2 weeks helping my elderly neighbor after her hip surgery. My neighbor who smelled like cinnamon and never forgot my birthday. That's when I think she finally understood. She raised a daughter who learned to give support to the people who actually gave it to her. I broke the cycle she never could.